Welcome to Talking Ball, Transfer Portal Edition. Oh, yeah, I did just a second ago. But before we get into this, all about the
Thank you. Oh, wait, sorry.
the transfer portal and all that good stuff. I'd like to thank Cam Smith with the Just Jesus
Thank you, Cam.
Radio Network, internet radio app for all your gospel preaching, gospel singing. As always, our boy Dave is on there Saturday mornings at 8:30. So make sure you give him a listen. You can download that in the App Store. Whatever device you may have, or on the internet, on your computer, laptop, iPad, whatever you may have there. Also with the American Senior Benefits Insurance Company.
Yes.
Make sure you give him a call for all your insurance needs. We do appreciate it, Cam. You are the man.
Yes.
Thanks, Cam.
But yeah, let's dive into this. As we were just saying earlier.
Threw him off. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Threw him off,
Basically,
baby.
what we were saying in our other video is the transfer portal is ridiculous.
No, it is.
It's
It's getting out of hand.
it's-
For real.
Yeah,
way
it really
out of
has.
hand.
And I told Dave as I was walking in the house just a minute ago, I feel like now it's gotten to the point where kids are just entering the portal
To see what's out there.
just
Yeah, 100%.
just to say they entered the portal.
Yeah, I mean, it seems that way.
Let me not get too serious here, but this stems from where America's at.
That's
Oh,
exactly
dude, come on,
right.
man. You're 100% right.
We live in the day and time of if you're not happy, if everything's not perfect,
Yep.
don't try to fix it.
Yeah.
Don't realize.
Just leave.
Don't see what you can make
Right.
better, but just get out.
Yeah,
100%.
because the problem's not you, it's everybody else that's
Yeah,
around you.
always
That's
is,
why,
always
that's why
is.
we have families in the shape they're in.
Yep.
And all
Y'all
that.
know y'all's getting a life lesson.
Work,
but that's
workplaces,
exactly
That's
right.
at work.
Yep.
That's at schools.
Yeah.
I mean,
That
people,
the problem is not the person itself, it's
slightest-
everybody else around it. And
nobody can
I'm gonna
man
go somewhere
up
else.
Excuses
and
for
face
everything.
issues.
Yeah.
Because if you're the starting quarterback and your team is bad, guess what?
it's you.
Yeah.
You're part of the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh, well, I don't have
Yeah.
wide receivers. Throw them open.
Right.
And this idea that nobody wants to wait their turn anymore.
No, absolutely not.
It's come out of
And-
high school. It's come out of high school and just go straight.
And
in.
here's the
and
deal. I'm not saying that every person should not transfer.
Right.
Or every person should never have their mind on transferring. But just Bo Nix, for instance.
Yeah.
Why?
What? Yeah, that makes zero sense.
Okay,
to
so
me.
maybe I mean let's put ourselves in their shoes. Okay, he's really unhappy with the current coaching staff, and he's really committed to Gus Malzahn. Okay, that's fair. All right, then you go and look at these other guys. All right, Spencer Rattler's in the portal.
Yep.
So instead of staying and battling it out with Caleb Williams, he'd rather just dip.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, here's the issue. Where are you really wanting to go?
Right.
Because he's visiting South Carolina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got
It's,
Josh
it's
Vann
all,
to throw
all
the
about
football
playing
to.
time. I mean, that's
Yeah.
what it's about.
and-
Guaranteed playing time.
That's
Why
the
do
thing.
you see Quinn Ewers leaving? But I'll say this.
Quinn Ewers is a genius.
Yeah. A genius?
He's a genius.
What do you mean?
He played the system.
Well, no, he absolutely
I don't
did.
believe he was ever committed to Ohio State.
I mean, you're probably right.
I don't
honestly.
think he ever was.
You're probably right.
My thing is,
Wayne got NIL money, which I honestly don't
I
really.
mean, what players in the portal? Kadon Slavis. Why is he in the portal?
yeah.
I mean, I know he got injured and I guess lost his job, and it seems like Southern Cal is now notorious for that.
Right.
Yeah.
But he's a dang good ball player. Stay there, fight it out in the spring.
You
Fight
got
it
a
out
new
through
coaching
summer
staff,
camp.
you know?
Yeah. My thing is, go back.
Lincoln Riley's your head coach. If anybody can put you in the league, it's him.
Yeah.
And
Don't-
I mean, I'll say this real quick. I think the transfer portal, because in support of the players, and absolutely they deserve to be able to be in the transfer portal. I think every player should be able to utilize the transfer portal at least
Right.
once in their career, but I think you should have to wait a year. And when that was the rule, you have to wait a year pretty much regardless. You're just not going to be granted automatic
Unless you were a
eligibility.
grad.
Yeah, not everybody
Yeah.
was just transferring left and right, but it gets to the point where it's ridiculous. And going back to Quinn Ewers real quick, you know, what blew my mind, I'm not actively rooting against the guy whatsoever. And like David said, he probably was never committed to Ohio State
Can I just
at
real
any
quick,
point. Yeah, go ahead.
when we started this,
We did.
nearly
Yeah,
3 months
you called
ago
that.
now. Me and John in Dallas almost made a video
We did.
On Quinn Ewers to
Legitimately.
Texas.
on
Believe it or
Quinn
not.
Ewers on the fact because I had and y'all were on board.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not trying to take credit, but I
Yeah.
mean, I
Yeah.
said it. I had the conception or the idea that Quinn Ewers was within a year
Yeah.
gonna transfer to Texas,
Right.
Yep.
and it happened a lot
Yeah.
quicker than I thought.
And
it
I'm
would.
really surprised, honestly, with the Texas commit because look at the year Texas. Now I understand they're the University of Texas. They're a big brand. They got
Sarkisian.
Sarkisian.
I can't talk to that.
I
You
can't.
can't.
You know, I understand. They're going to be back. I mean, whatever.
They're not.
It's been a long time.
yeah, but I just figured there was a lot better schools he could go to,
and I think
that's going to be a big. Go ahead.
I think I'll tell you exactly why NIL. I don't know how legitimate this is, but I heard rumors that pretty much boosters are basically saying, well, I'll start a business, sponsor you, give you $1 million to come to Texas.
Right.
And we're about to start seeing stuff like that. College football,
It's gonna be
the landscape of college football is really about to change. And going back to what I was saying about Quinn Ewers, and again, David's probably right. He's probably never committed to Ohio State. But for instance, let's just say he was somewhat committed to Ohio State. He really wanted to play there. And I remember at least what he said up front was, I want to play for somebody that can contend for a national title. That's why I'm not committing to Texas. But what did he think? That he was going to start over the third-ranked quarterback coming out of high school, C.J. Stroud. Yeah, as a high school senior. He's literally a senior in high school. He thought he was going to start over C.J. Stroud.
30 days.
Yeah, and then I heard rumors, and again, these are all rumors, and I believe it was on 247 Sports, that basically Quinn Ewers' parents went to Ryan Day and said, we need you to promise us that you're going to start him next year.
I believe it.
Or we're out.
Quinn Ewers are a punk.
And that's what I'm saying. Did he really think
Texas
that?
fans,
I mean, is he got that? He's great talent. He'll probably go on and be amazing at Texas. But how do you skip your year of senior high school just so you can make money? And then dip after 1 year. In all reality, he probably only has to wait one more year at Ohio State. I would imagine C.J. Stroud will probably declare for the draft after this third year, his junior year. He'll probably be one of the top picks in the draft. So he probably, and he'll still have 3 years of eligibility like everybody else would.
Yep.
He'll still have 2 years that he can start and film. So why are you dipping? And that's just what everybody's doing, man. Everybody's doing it. It's ridiculous.
Like I said, I think it goes back to what we originally started this video with, is nobody wants to wait their turn anymore.
Absolutely not.
It's all about me now. And like I said, there are certain, the whole transfer portal is not necessarily bad at all in itself. There's some kids that legitimately
I agree.
need to transfer.
For example,
100%.
Cameron Ward. Do any of y'all know who that is? No. I believe this, what I'm about to say. I believe he is the best quarterback in the portal.
Who's he from?
He's from a no-name school. I don't even remember the school he's from.
Yeah.
He had no Power 5 offers. The dude can straight ball.
Yeah.
I mean, the film doesn't lie on him. I think he's better than Nix. I think he's better than Dylan Gabriel. Isn't it crazy?
Dylan Gabriel's transferring too.
Dylan Gabriel goes from UCF to probably UCLA.
Yeah.
So now Bo's going down to UCF.
Yeah, it's like it's a circle.
It's literally like
Where's
the
Zach
NFL.
Calzada going to jump to?
Yeah.
Almost.
Oh yeah. I forgot about Zach Calzada. Yeah.
And I mean, now I will say this, and I agree entirely with everything that's been said so far, and it's ridiculous. Nobody's going to wait their turn up.
Starter at A&M before.
I want to say
King?
Haynes King.
Okay.
Haynes
Yep,
King,
he
and
got
then
hurt.
he broke his leg or something along those lines. But I can even understand, the Justin Fields of transferring. You go in there, you sit 2 years, you think that you're truly the better quarterback. I can understand some situations like that, but I don't understand I've sat for 1 year and as a true freshman they didn't play me, so I'm out, or I'm just unhappy with this specific situation, so I'm just going to leave. That's absolutely ridiculous, and it's truly changing the landscape of college football.
Did Fields stay at Georgia 2 years?
Was it just 1 year?
Might have been.
I'm trying to think.
How long was he at Ohio State?
You're right. He was at Ohio State for 2 years.
Was
Yeah.
he?
Yeah, because he lost to us 1 year in the playoffs, and the next year beat us in the playoffs. So you're probably right, only 1 year.
Yeah.
So he really only had to stay 1 more year. See, I was thinking he stayed 2 at
And his
Georgia.
best
And-
prom played in 2019. You got to think.
And
that
one
was
guy,
where he
one
got
guy
his
that one guy that I was thinking of, the first guy that came to my mind, and might be just because I'm a Clemson fan with the transfer
shot. I
portal.
understand you got to make your money.
Right.
There's sides
Is-
of it I get.
Right, yeah. No, there's aspects of it I do understand.
Is Chase Bryce.
Right.
If there was ever a guy that needed to transfer, it was
100%.
Chase
He was
Bryce.
never gonna play.
He said his 3 years at Clemson, as a backup, transferred to a smaller school and played great. Played
Yeah.
for the
Well, actually, he originally transferred to Duke.
to Duke,
And then he transferred to App State.
and played great
Yeah,
this
he
year.
did.
Led him to I think 10-1,
Yeah, he was
10-2,
newcomer of the year.
and played for the
man.
Sunbelt.
Something like that.
Yeah, their conference championship. So like I said, I don't think it's bad in itself, but these kids that are just transferring now.
Right.
I mean, you got Zach Calzada that just beat the number 1 team in the nation at the time, which was Alabama, and now you're like, I'm out.
Right. Which, I mean, and I agree with you with Zach Calzada. I would imagine he really didn't play great. He played great in that game.
Right.
He probably would have got beat out for the job. So I see, go get playing time. And I understand in aspects of playing time if you're truly never going to see the field.
Right.
Like if you're just having to wait 1 to 2 years, wait it out. You committed to that coach staff and a program for a reason.
Right.
But in Zach Calzada's situation, he probably never sees the field again.
It's true.
And real quick, I think it's going to be it's going to be even more rare the Bryce Youngs, the DJ Uiagalelei's, and the potential Cade Klubnik coming in that know beforehand we're going to sit a year. I mean, Bryce Young knew he wasn't going to start over Mac Jones his freshman year. DJ obviously knew he wasn't going to start over Trevor Lawrence. Cade, which obviously is different now, but when Cade first committed, I would imagine DJ hadn't started this year. He probably assumed I'm going to sit under DJ for 1 year. He'll go to the draft.
I didn't know who Bryce Young was last year.
Yeah, exactly. Because, I mean, and they knew beforehand, I'm going to have to sit a year, and they use it as a chance to learn, and I think
also,
that's going to become more rare.
That Bama stuck with who they recruited and didn't just run to the portal.
Right.
For sure.
I don't understand. Cameron Ward I mentioned. He went to Incarnate Word.
Christian school?
If you've ever heard of that school, I will cash app you $5, but you can't prove if you have or not, so no one's making money. 2021, threw for 4,600 yards, 47 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. 590 attempts, 65% completion rate, and he's a sophomore. I don't know his competition.
Right.
I don't know.
I would
his
assume it's not
team
great
around him.
Right.
Yeah.
But this kid, man, his tape is good.
Really?
He looks good. And the only reason I know anything about him is group chat, to be honest with you. And they mentioned him. But I want to say that, and I'll look up real quick, 247.
Dave's wanting to slide in Cameron Ward's DMs and get him to Georgia.
I would love him at Georgia, but you know where I just read he's visiting?
Where?
Guess.
South Carolina?
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss?
Wouldn't surprise me.
Kevin will have this dude win a Heisman.
Yeah.
Probably what he needs to do, if we're being honest here.
I'm going to say, if somebody else is visiting South Carolina.
And while he's looking.
I can't find the post.
While he's looking that up or whatever. And it wouldn't shock me. I mean, if we don't see many more in the next in the upcoming days start in the transfer portal.
So according to 247, their best available transfer quarterbacks is number 1, Cameron Ward.
Really?
Number 2, Dylan Gabriel, Spencer Rattler, Max Johnson, Kadon Slavis, Miles Brennan, Bo Nix, Zach Calzada, some cat named Zach Gibson.
Spencer Rattler went on there?
He was number 3.
Okay, sorry.
Now, I don't know what plays into that. The fact that he's a sophomore probably does.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's young. This dude can play.
Yeah.
This dude can ball. And so in his situation, it's good. But why did Dylan Gabriel need to leave? Did you see it?
Yeah.
Why did Bo Nix need to leave Auburn?
I guess with Spencer Rattler, one of him and Caleb Williams was going to leave, so I give him a pass.
And we're still not completely sure that Caleb Williams don't leave.
Right. And, I mean, at this point, I would imagine he would have left by now.
I do too.
I would think so, but, you're right. You never know what's going to happen. And
he may dip after the bowl game.
Yeah, I mean, he could. At that point, I would think, though, if I was a player, I'd want to get in there as soon as possible because, let's say he's wanting to go to XY school and they get somebody already. You know what I mean? So I would assume, I think he's going to stay. Could be wrong. Would it surprise me tomorrow if he entered the transfer portal? Absolutely not. But with the Spencer Rattler thing, I somewhat understand that one as well. One with the Caleb Williams saying he lost a job, and the guy that you committed to just totally left you out of nowhere.
Right.
Absolutely nowhere, and took half the coaching staff. So I understand. There's situations I absolutely understand.
Right.
And there's sides I see you got to make your money, you got to get your playing time, absolutely. But when you just leave solely because the going gets a little bit tough or because you're not willing to wait 1 year, that's ridiculous.
Yep, I agree. But thank you for watching. Let us know your opinions on the transfer portal.
Look up Cameron Ward.
Do you love it? You may be the person that loves the transfer portal. Some people probably do.
Hey,
some
I'll
people.
tell you who does.
Who?
Mel Tucker.
Mel Tucker.
That man loves him some transfer portal.
Yeah.
He owns it.
Also, I'm not trying to bash necessarily the portal. I just think something has to be done to die it down.
Yeah, and I agree with what John. Kind of going back what John said. To end it. If these kids had to wait a year, there'd be a lot less kids.
Yep.
There'd be a lot less kids transferring.
Or didn't there used to be a waiver? You have to get pretty much your coach to you could transfer.
Now that'd be.
I'm not sure.
I'm not saying we need to
be
go
kind of like
far.
a reference in like a job offer. Like they have to call and be like, "Hey, was this a good player?"
Pretty much.
Like, what's your opinion? You think we should take him?
I'm not on board with the waiver, but
I don't think we need to go back that far.
Right.
And I don't even know that you have to wait a year in all situations. But I think it needs to be obvious line.
There's got to be something.
Not a thin. Not a thin. Because the reason we got to where we are is because some players, quite frankly, got screwed.
Yep.
That deserved to play, and some players got to play. Justin Fields, who left simply for playing time.
Yep.
But that's
what it
just our
boils down
thoughts
to.
on it.
But yeah, let us know what you think. Until next time, keep talking ball.